Welcome back, guys. Going into the second hour here of West March's Week 21. Steven, tell us about the carriage riding towards us. You're muted.
Yeah, so there are a total of 5 people that you can see. Snook.
Okay, on 2 horses.
No, sorry, 6 people that you can see. 2 of them on horses, 4 of them on foot, but one of them is sort of like stumbling behind the horses.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does it look like he's the horses are walking, or there's dust clouds? So maybe
It's kind of just like dust rising from their steps and stuff.
okay.
Like they're not going incredibly hard or anything like that.
The one stumbling does it look like he might be shackled or roped to the carriage or anything?
Yeah, that would kind of make sense based on the way that he's moving.
All right, I'm
You
gonna
can't really
alert.
see that it's too far for you to see ropes or anything like that. But
Okay.
yeah.
I'm gonna turn to our. I guess I can turn to Poe, who's looking and I guess looking around as well, and point him towards what I see. Like, do you see that?
Yeah. Yes, just looks like a carriage.
They're coming our way, aren't they?
Yes, that is correct.
Should we be worried?
Do you have a thing against horses?
I mean, it looks like they're dragging someone behind them, like a prisoner, maybe.
Well, he probably did something bad.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of saunter away from Poe and go over to
I'm trying to look closer. I like put my hand over my eyes and stuff.
maybe over to Olamine. And is Olamine still here? Is he back yet with the deer?
Oh yeah, he's trussing it.
Okay, I'm gonna go over to Olamine and tell him I think there's people coming towards us over there, and I'll point him towards the dust cloud.
I'm looking around for suitable places to hide.
Okay, like, you know, you can definitely hide behind this large rock, for example. They're kind of on the other side of it. Seymour, like, when you hear these people talking about, like, people coming in your direction, what's your reaction as a big, burly fighter type?
I'm instantly on alert because you never know on the roads what you're running into. So I warn everyone to keep quiet and to try to not engage unless we have to, because you never
Okay,
know.
So
who
you're
engaging.
advising non-engagement.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
What direction are they coming from relative to our destination?
So you're sort of, yeah, they're actually heading along like parallel to your path of travel, in the direction of your destination even.
They're just faster than us.
Not necessarily.
They
you
outnumber
know,
us, so
3 of them are footbound, or 4 of them really. Only 2 of them have horses, and one of the horses is carrying a cart. Like Snook, you got a 19 on your perception check, right?
yeah, are they wearing armor? They have weapons? What do they look like?
Yeah, let me tell you about that. So, you see a couple of them are holding light crossbows in their hands, pretty obviously. You see the glint of swords at their waists. It looks like they're wearing leather armor. And actually, in the back of this cart, you see just like piles of shiny metals, basically.
Okay. Well, they're probably not going to be happy with us. I don't know. I feel like, I guess I'll go back over to Olamine, who seems to have the right idea. Maybe Seymour as well. Poe probably doesn't agree with me, but I'm talking about like these people. I can see they might have something of value, and I don't know if they're going to like us, like getting in their way. Maybe we should stay out of the way for now, and hopefully they just ignore us.
How long till they get to us, Steven? Rough estimate. Can I make one?
Yeah, so they're not moving in your direction. Probably, like the closest they'll get to you is like 600 feet, which is at the very, very tail end of a longbow shot. But they don't actually even seem to be looking in your direction.
Okay. Maybe after like my long peer of looking at them, I turn around. I'm just like, I don't think they're coming our way. I think we should just eat this deer and continue on.
I'll agree for now. We're outnumbered and probably outarmed.
But yeah, we don't, there's no reason to fight them.
I think we should follow them. If they're going in the same direction that we are, maybe we could keep a safe distance and let them spring the traps for us.
Well, I mean, we don't know where they're going, so we could see, but I think a wait and see approach is definitely the best. And obviously, we don't need to fight. There's no reason to fight. And I kind of like go over and maybe I'd pat Seymour on like the leg because he's too tall. That's like the furthest I can get, trying to make sure he knows not to fight.
Okay. Yeah, cool. All right. So you guys are just sort of hunkered down, not engage. Are you going to try to watch and see where they go, or are you going to try to like be as invisible as possible?
I think I stay and watch. I don't feel threatened by them. I guess.
Have we
Okay.
lit a fire yet?
Yeah, there's a fire burning, but because it's been 5 days since the rains, everything is dry enough that your fire is making no smoke.
Okay. No, I think we should just keep doing what we're doing.
Cool. Yeah. Okay. Poe, give me a stealth check with advantage.
Okay. Where is stealth? 14.
Yeah. Okay. You watch sort of tensely. There's a tense moment where I guess the other three, Seymour, Olamane, and Snook, you guys are all like hunkered down behind the rock, just sort of waiting for these people to pass. Whereas Poe, are you on the rock? Or are you around the rock?
Yeah.
Where are you standing?
I'm just standing on the rock. I'm not
Yeah. Okay.
trying too hard.
I guess like you're small enough, and do you have like a cloak on or something like that?
Yeah, like maybe as they get closer, I just like pull the cloak over.
Yeah. Like these guys, like the camera
Actually,
sort of zooms over.
I pull the cloak over, then like cast prestidigitation and make myself look like a rock.
Nice. Yeah,
what I
absolutely.
do.
So I think like we see you do that, and then the camera zooms the 600 feet like over to them, looking back at you, and we see like one of them sort of holding and like stroking his crossbow. He looks directly in your direction, squints, grinds his teeth, and then like spits out some chew on the ground, and they continue walking in the direction that they're from. He sees the Poe rock, but he doesn't make anything of it.
Great.
Yeah, and they continue on heading down in the direction of Chayminster Ruins.
Great.
So, you guys finish up. Are you going to follow them or anything? What's the plan now?
And
I would
that's
say-
my vote, is to try to like stay kind of within distance of them, and
Yeah, I would track them if they're
Yeah.
going the same way
If
we
they're-
are.
They're probably
Yeah.
going the general direction we're going, then there's no reason not to.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, great. So it's Olamane again who's going to be tracking them?
I think he has the best skill for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
is there what would I roll?
It'd be survival. How far back are you trying to stay? Are you trying to keep them in sight all the time? Like the land here, it's a little bit rugged. It has its ups and downs. So are you trying to keep them in sight, or are you trying to go by the tracks that their horses and their feet are making?
Good question. What do y'all think?
Well, you're the tracker. You
I
tell
mean-
us.
I mean, we had to cook the deer and everything. That's not really something that's going to take a short amount of time. So they're probably pretty far ahead. They're not going to be within sight. And to catch up would probably
Rations
tire us
for
out.
that? I don't know.
Sorry,
if
so-
that's in this system, like, is there extra meat that we can take with us from that and add to our ration count? Or
Yeah, totally. Yeah, absolutely. I'd say each of you can add 3 days rations if you spend the rest of the day preparing the deer.
Ooh.
So that'd be like smoking it and preparing it, drying it, things like that.
how long is left in the day?
Half a day, basically.
Okay. I wouldn't want to stay that far behind. So personally, my vote, and I'm not trying to, demand it or anything, is to stay out of sight, but keep the trail fresh.
Okay, cool. Are you going to finish prepping the deer and let them sort of go on their way and then just follow their cooler trail? Or are you going to sort of put the deer aside, eat a quick lunch of whatever meat you can cut off right away, and then try to go quickly?
Yeah, I don't think half a day. That's a big head start. So I vote no.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think we just eat real quickly and go then.
Yeah, you guys-
We don't want to be more than like an hour behind them.
Yeah.
Sear up a quick and hearty, gamey lunch and stamp out the coals. And then Olamane, you're off like a shot tracking these guys. Give me a survival roll.
Big money, no whammy. Not bad.
Nice. Yeah, look at that. 17. Absolutely. You follow them for the better part of like the day, deep into the evening, and you see them stop and make camp like just at the edge of your vision. So really, all you're seeing now is across these plains. You're seeing like the glow of their campfire just on the horizon. You can also see on the horizon. I'm gonna sneeze. Maybe, possibly. I don't know.
Uh-oh. Now you're not going to sneeze because you talked
You
about
see
Yeah,
it,
nope.
you don't do
Yeah,
it.
I muted, and then that means I'm not gonna sneeze. You also see on the horizon the craggy peaks of ruins just poking up over the lip of the plains. Nothing too large, nothing too obvious, but you've definitely finally made it all the way to the Chayminster ruins.
Okay.
What do you guys want to do? It's probably like 10 p.m. and your quarry has decided to settle down.
I kind of feel like we should wait until they're asleep and then send the rogue in to poke around.
I could agree with that. Yeah. Maybe I can see
Yeah.
what's in the back of their cart.
Oh, yeah, but they're not enemies. Just remember that. You don't need to fight them. You don't need to steal from them.
We need to see who they are. So with the sending in the rogue in to see what they're up to would be good for us to know.
Okay, yeah, I agree. Just, if you start a fight, you're on your own, buddy.
That voice, though, you're cracking me up.
I'll be careful.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, you spend another hour sort of watching carefully. A bunch of them, you know, I mean, you can't really see them, right? It's far enough that you can't see the individual people, but you wait another hour, the fire burns low. Are you going to go now, or are you going to wait until like 3 a.m. or what?
Yeah, I'll start. It's kind of dark, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so my cloak will help me blend in a lot. I'll go see if I can wander over there and do some better observations for what was in that
Great.
cart.
Cool. Give me a stealth check. Okay. That
Another
was
20.
complete shit.
Oh
Wow.
no, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Did I get
Wait,
a one?
but
Did
so,
it
you
roll
rolled,
me?
you rolled a 1, so how does that work? You got a 1 and a
Oh
20.
yeah, you're lucky when you roll a 1 on an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw, and this is
So
an
did he
ability
get a
check.
20?
You rolled a
No,
20
it
and a
means
1?
you get to re-roll, and you have to use the new roll. So make
Okay.
another stealth check.
Okay.
I thought you were going to give him the second.
You rolled 1 and a
Right.
20.
God damn, look at that. You
Wow.
are lucky. So here's what happens, right?
There you go. 24 is what he rolled.
You're walking forwards, like coming across the grass. Turns out they've actually been following an old dirt road that's just like very lightly carved into the plains. At places, it looks like it's even been almost completely abandoned. But as you're approaching from the left-hand side of this dirt road, approaching this camp that they've made, you set your foot down and you hear this like little subtle creak. And you pick your foot up immediately. It's almost a reflex. You look down, and there's like a little pit that's been dug with just like sticks laid over it. And you can sort of peer through some of the leaves and stuff that's covering it. And you see spikes sticking up that would have gone straight through the bottom of your foot. You managed to avoid that and skirt it,
So
heading
the-
towards the camp.
So we can assume that the group made that trap, thinking that people might follow them. All right, I'm gonna very cautiously continue on.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you nailed that.
Maybe,
stealth
maybe
roll,
staying off
so-
the road this time, like more in the brush, even if
Yeah.
it slows me down.
Awesome. Yeah, you make your way through like the chest high grasses. There's one guy who's sort of standing. He's standing off away from the 4 sleeping mounds. He's got a big metal scimitar out, and it's like point down in the dirt. He's sort of nodding.
I look around if I can to see if I can, like, if that's the only guy I see right now.
Well, you see like 4 or 5 mounded
Okay.
bodies like sleeping around this low ember fire, and then he's still standing there on the lookout, but he sees nothing. He's like looking right over your heads, clearly seeing nothing at all.
Do I spot the cart?
Yeah, it's there. It's sort of in the center of this circle of guys.
Okay. And can I see anything that's inside of it?
Yeah, I mean, you're seeing like little glints and glimmers of stuff from the back of it as you move around.
Do
Like,
halflings
you're-
have Do they still have low light vision?
No, halflings don't have dark
That's
vision.
3.5. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I see if I can find a better way to get it. So it's in the center of all these people, and then it's lit by a fire.
Yeah. Dimly lit by a fire.
So, is there a way I can go on the opposite side of where this guy is standing, so the cart like obscures me to go maybe up to the cart? And
Yeah,
look at
totally.
it? Okay, I'll do that.
Okay. Yeah, you maneuver around over to the cart. I'd guess like by now you're probably like 20 feet outside of the circle of sleeping guys.
Okay.
Yeah. There's 2 horses stabled, or like not stabled, but tethered nearby. They're sort of like staked with stakes in the ground that hold their reins. And they're both just standing there very quiet. Looks like maybe they're sleeping too. There is one person sleeping on this side of the cart, like right next to the cart. But he doesn't, like his blanket is super threadbare, and you can see that his hands are bound together and he's sort of shivering in his sleep.
So can I see anything better than what's in the cart, maybe, or can I observe any types of maybe like coat of arms or anything that would tell me what these guys are aligned with?
Yeah, like on the side of the cart, there's just a big X splashed in red paint.
Does that ring any, like, do I know that from anywhere else? Or maybe from rumors?
Let me see what kind of a test that would be.
I mean, if they're assassins or killers or bounty hunters, I'd probably know them from just from talking around other thieves.
Let me see, like, what that might be. Give me an investigation check with disadvantage. Disadvantage just because we're doing this retroactively. Yeah, unfortunately, you didn't really ask around ahead of time about the thieves that you'd heard rumors about, so unfortunately, you don't really know anything about them.
And I see glints and stuff from the cart.
Yeah.
And then the prisoner, I assume, that was bound there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can sneak up to the cart and maybe glance into it to get a closer look.
Okay, great. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, you approach the cart, no problem. Like you're tiptoeing past one of the guards or whatever. He's out of his leather armor. It's on the ground in a bag next to him. He rolls over and groans and like reaches for your foot and then like hugs his hands to his face, smacks his lips.
Steven, he did roll a 1 there. Is that a re-roll as well? On his disadvantage?
Wow, good question. I wonder if you can just re-roll it every single time.
I think so, yeah. That's why it's kind of broken.
That is really broken.
Go ahead and re-roll it, and in the meantime, I'll look up that.
Just, for the record.
Okay, it's not much better. It's like a 3.
He still gets kind of the same effect.
Yeah. Either way, I probably don't know.
See. Holy shit, yeah, it's just every time.
Wow.
You don't know anymore as a result of your second investigation roll. Dang. Hang on. I need my Dungeon Master's Guide.
Okay.
So let me make sure that I heard. Waffle, why don't you just recap what you just discovered so far?
So I was walking up to the camp, and then there was a punji stick trap in the middle of the road that was basically a lightly dug ditch with some like hollow spikes in it, covered by some leaves and stuff. I avoided that, so I think they were trying to prevent anyone from following them. So they may have had suspicion, possibly, of someone following them, like us or someone else. But when we went up, there was one guard that was supposed to be on watch, but he's kind of falling asleep. Besides that, there's a bunch of other people, like 4 or 5 other bodies around this cart and a dimly lit fire. And on the other side of the cart is someone that's been bound, and he's like lightly covered, I believe, in like a sheet or a blanket. No, he's next to the cart. And the cart, I can't really see what's in it yet. I guess I'm about to find out, but it has a red X on it. I don't know what that means. I'm worried it might be like bodies or something bad. So I just want to kind of investigate.
Whoa, okay. Yeah, so let me just jot some stuff down. You approach the cart and you start looking into it, and immediately your eyes light up. You have hit upon some really nice stuff here, Snook. So let's see.
Are the rest of us asleep?
No, we're kind of just waiting, I think.
Yeah.
We're all just kind of staring. Maybe like I'm sitting there staring at the camp, trying to see if I can spot the shadow outline of Snook.
I think, is it safe to say that we pre-established some sort of call that he could do to like alert us or to have us come in for backup?
I don't think we established that.
Yeah, I don't think we can retcon that. We didn't establish it.
I think I'd make it pretty
Yeah.
obvious.
Let's try.
Like
right?
I'm comfortable
Yeah.
with you guys having decided that ahead of time. It makes sense for adventurers to do that, right?
Okay.
So let's see here.
Well, as you're typing that, maybe we're sitting there watching, and I'm just like, Mr. Boom, where'd you do your work before you got here?
That's a question for Dan.
Mr. Boom.
Seymour Boom.
Oh, sorry. What was the question again?
Where'd you do your work? What'd you do?
I just got off. I was a mercenary in a war recently, and I just got off, and now I'm unemployed, and I need funds, and I'm using what I know to get money.
And you, Mr. Darkwood?
Well, you may have heard of the famous undead rising in the town of Norfolk.
No.
Oh, well, it was a pretty big deal, and I was in the middle of taking that guy down. I mean, people said that it was all the wizard that did that, but no, it was totally me.
Oh. Oh, okay. Well, that's
Kind of a big deal over there.
all right. I'll use your name if I ever go over there.
Do that.
Okay.
Yeah. They'll probably give you a free drink or something.
Well, I don't drink. I'm 8.
Okay. All of you roll a d20.
Okay.
JP.
16. To do that, it's just /roll d20, by the way.
13. Oh, rip.
Aw.
Mr. Boom.
Seymour
One.
Boom.
Oh,
We're missing one. Who are we missing? Olamane. I need you to roll a d20.
Okay. Just /roll d20.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh.
cool.
Ow.
yikes!
Yeah. All right, cool. Excellent. Yeah, Snook, you're looking into this cart, and you see like small pouches that are spilling out with coins. You see some 1,000 copper pieces, some 1,000 silver pieces, a handful of gold pieces. You see a set of cloth of gold vestments, which are just very, very finely made clothes. A carved bone statuette of like some sort of very strange, like squid-faced creature, but the craftswork is exquisite here. Let's not equivocate. And you also find a short sword that is in a black leather scabbard with silver studs all down it, and the hilt of this short sword is incredibly ornate.
I want to check out that short sword. That sounds nice.
Okay, so as you're reaching forwards to grab this short sword, you feel like a tap on your foot.
I like quietly. I think I know it's the guy on the ground that was next to me, but I quietly go like jump back and look down at him.
Yeah, there's this emaciated man's face looking up at you. He's actually quite old now that you see it. His beard is sort of chopped away haphazardly. He's looking up at you. His eyes are as big as saucers. He says, please, get me away from them. You have to get me away.
Is the fire still crackling a little bit? It was really quiet out.
It's all just coals, right? It's just a very dim red light coming from this.
So is it like crickets? Is it a really quiet night? Is it?
There's crickets. Yeah, you're hearing the sounds of nature. Breeze blowing across the plains.
I'll try to go closer to him if I can to be as quiet as possible and say, "Who are you?"
He says, "My name is Johann. I come from a town far from here, but I was traveling. I had some gold on me, and they stole it. Please, please. It was all of my savings in the world. It was 15 gold pieces. Please, can you return it to me and let me free?
I glanced back at the cart and everything. Is there like a really easy, like, is there like a pouch of gold anywhere, or is there, like,
It's
he's
not
still,
like apparently they've been like counting through it and mixing it
Yeah.
all together. Like it's just scattered. You would need a little bit of time and space in order to like get all the stuff off the cart.
okay, so it's probably not gonna be easy to get the gold, simply. I turn to him and say, I might be able to free you, but I don't think I'll be able to get your gold back for you. Isn't your life worth more than just a bit of gold?
Yes, of course, but it's right there. You have weapons. You could just go do to these men what they deserve. They slaughtered my cow.
Do you know who these men are?
I don't know them. I've never seen them before. I've heard rumor from other villagers that there's been thievery in the area. I assume it's the same group.
Can I do a like a, I don't know, what's the check to see if there's a like investigation check to see if it's trapped or anything? Like the cart, anything seems suspicious
Like
about
the
it?
cart? Yeah, absolutely.
Because they trapped the road. I mean, this is all their valuables. They're thieves. They're going to be pretty smart, I think, about not, rigging something up.
Yeah, totally. Roll an investigation check. That's the one. Yeah, you give it a quick once over. It takes you like 3 minutes. There's nothing there. And the guard on guard is standing with his back to you. The guy who's close to the cart sort of snorts, rolls over.
Okay. I'm gonna go for that short sword.
Okay.
I'm gonna go
Yeah.
for that short sword.
You reach out, you grab it, and as soon as you lay hands on it, the man who's like sort of, he's crouched down next to you, he says, "I will scream. If you don't get me out of here, I will scream."
I'll get you out of here, and I'll try to get you your gold. Just let me do this first.
Yeah, you feel a hum in your palm as you lay it on this short sword.
That's weird to me, right? Like, is it a good hum?
It's unexpected.
Is it a loud hum?
It's not an audible hum. It's just like when you touch something that's very, very slightly vibrating or something like that, or you can feel like music from very far away. Like that's the kind of sense that you get when you touch this metal.
Okay, I'm still gonna take the sword.
Yeah, you grab it and you
Like
pick it up.
quietly take it. Is there any way I can like maybe grab a few gold pieces that are just kind of around the cart?
Yeah. The man next to you is getting pretty agitated.
Okay. I think what would be smarter is if I just don't take the gold pieces and I release him, and then if he needs help, I can try to give him some monetary help later.
Okay.
So I'm gonna
just like cutting the
I'm gonna
rope
take one of
that's
my
tying
daggers
the
out
cart.
and just try to cut one of his ropes.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to try I guess like quietly try to bring him away from the group as well in the way I came in.
Okay, so you're cutting his rope. Are you saying anything to him while you're doing this?
Yeah, I'm like, you need to stay as quiet as possible for this if we're gonna escape this.
Give me a persuasion test.
20.
Nice. Yeah. You can see like his eyes are brimming with tears. He looks overjoyed to be freed, but also desperately sad. You can see him looking at the gold that's sitting there. Like this is the wealth that's in this cart is probably more than he could hope to earn in his entire life. But he sees that you two are in a deadly dangerous situation, and you're able to lead him away. Make another stealth test, because now you're accompanying this guy.
22.
Oh, damn, dude. You are nailing these rolls. Yeah, do you lead him back to the others of your party? Or?
I want to lead him back to our party, and maybe we can help him out, and he can give us some information, and we can monetarily help him because of that.
Yeah. So, Seymour, I think you're the one who sees this group coming first, and very quickly they resolve into 2 people. What's your reaction on seeing that?
Grab my weapon first because I'm not sure what this other person is and what he's doing.
Yeah.
And then I walk up to them.
Yeah. You greet them when they approach?
Yeah, I'm like,
My first thing is, who is this?
This is the prisoner I found in the camp. He asked me to free him, so I did so.
Why did you do that?
He might be able to help us.
They're gonna be looking for him.
It's okay. I think we actually need to help this guy.
This is not part of our mission. You've dragged us into this group now.
I guess, like, right when he says that, I show up and I'm like, why is he here? What'd you do? Why'd you do that?
He needed help, and I wanted to give him help.
Yeah, the man's sort of standing there wringing his hands. He says,
Shut up! Shut up! We're not talking to you. Why'd you bring him back?
He looks at this 10-year-old, and his mouth is just hanging open. And then he gets this indignant look on his face, and then he just claps his mouth shut.
It's like, Snook, you've doomed us all.
So does this guy look like he could fight? Or is it like a farmer kind of,
I mean, he's a farmer kind of guy, but like if you gave him a weapon, he could probably swing it.
But he's not like a fighter or something.
Nah, he's clearly not like a mercenary or anything.
I pipe up and say, that group trapped the road that we were going to be following them on. I think they knew we were following them already. Or they thought someone would follow them. I think they're dangerous, and we need to get away from them. And I wanted to get this guy away from him, too.
What are we going to do with this man?
He can do what he wants, but he's free now. We don't have to worry about it.
I will simply head back to my home.
Where's your home?
It is days to the northwest of here.
Is that the opposite direction they were going?
Yeah, pretty much. It's not the opposite. It's sort of like at an angle off of the path that the 2 of you were following.
Did you take anything else? Kind of like maybe I'm just like patting you down or something.
I guess I haven't had a good chance to look at it, so I like pull my cloak aside and I pull out the sword and I say, I found this on the cart.
Do you pull it out of its scabbard, or did you just pull it out?
I want to look at it now by our group.
Yeah, you pull it out, and as soon as the starlight hits it, a single rune glows from the blade near the hilt. It's very faint. It's just enough light to see that there is writing on the hilt, but it's clearly a magical work.
I'm just staring. I'm just like, oh, fuck.
Is it Elvish?
Sorry?
Is it Elvish runes?
It's not any kind of language runes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I make a Arcana roll to see if I know anything about this?
Yeah, totally.
Okay. If I can figure something out about it. 18.
Yeah. You definitely know that it's magical. Beyond that, it takes time to sit down with a magical item and study it and sort of like experiment with it in order to figure out what it does. Yeah. But there's more magic on this than just a glowing rune.
I say it looked valuable and maybe it'd be
so
worth
you
something
took it?
to get back.
These people will want it now. You go put it back.
These people are thieves and murderers.
Well, you are too. You just stole from them.
I'm not a murderer.
We don't know that.
They just pillaged this man's town, killed his cow, and you want me to go put it back like they deserve it?
Are all of you engaged with this conversation? Like, Poe and Snook are very obviously intensely conversing, but Olamé and Seymour, what are y'all doing during this?
I was just about to bring this up. I'm kind of perceiving that somebody might wake up and come after us. So like I'm standing with my bow on the ready,
okay,
looking in the direction of where they came from, and trying to, see if anybody's coming.
Give me a perception test, Olamé. 17, not bad. Yeah, you hear very faint coming across the plains. You hear this, oh, and then you hear like just the murmur of voices, and you see like the fire flare back up, and you can see just barely silhouetted on the horizon, like the silhouettes of people moving about in front of the fire.
But not coming toward us yet.
No.
All right. So I relay that. Guys, they're onto us.
Of course they're onto us. He stole 2 things from them. One of them being a live person.
What?
Well,
why
we've
would
got to
they
move now.
Why would they keep him a prisoner if
We
he
gotta-
wasn't
we-
important?
We gotta go. We gotta move. I just gotta like start running. I'm running like a kid, so it's not very quick, but I'm just like hobbling along.
Yeah. The man, he just turns in the opposite direction from y'all, and he just starts.
Yes, run towards them, you fool. Go towards
He just
them.
starts like huffing and puffing his way across the plains.
Just like, Snook, this is all your fault.
Should we let him go?
Who cares? He's gone.
I think we should just let him go and be on our way.
Okay.
I mean, he's seen us. He knows
Wait,
who we
wait,
are.
All 4 of you give me stealth tests with advantage.
All right. Whoops.
So that's 13, 13. Wow, Poe. Wow.
Well, I'm like screaming at the top of my lungs.
5 and 16. Yeah, so like you guys are far enough away, and you managed to like book your way away from where you all were just now meeting, that after half an hour you end up hearing no further sign of pursuit or anything like that. And after another half hour of waiting and just sort of like playing the listening game, you hear nothing. So I think you've lost them.
I think we should keep going a bit farther just to make sure that we really did lose him.
Okay.
Do you agree with that, Olaman?
Do we want to take time to learn more about this weapon, or is that?
I don't think we should right now, especially when
now.
people are. Yeah.
Yeah, we need to keep moving.
Keep
All
moving.
right. Well, I'm in. Let's do it.
All right, yeah, you head onwards, heading
We're
in the
not-
direction that you think Minster lies.
So instead of following them, now we're just going on to where we were going before.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Olamane, traveling at night like this is pretty tough. You're not entirely certain, like you're trying to get your bearings, but it's harder to tell where you're heading at night. So give me another survival test.
And we're still in plains, right?
Yeah. Okay, 12, not too bad. Yeah, you wander for how much longer? Are you just walking until dawn, or how long are you going to go?
I mean, we can see in the day. We could see the ruins, right?
Yeah,
So, how far are we?
you're close, but thing is, like you spent a lot of time like going back and forth to and from this bandit camp. You're not following the road that they were on. You were trying to like run away from them and avoid them. So now you're kind of trying to navigate in the general direction that you think Minster lies, but you don't really have any clear landmarks that you can use right now. So give me a roll 1d100.
Okay. Me?
Yeah, Olamane. 17.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah. Roll 1d100 again.
62.
Right on. Okay. Yeah, you begin leading the group in the direction that you think is best. And shortly, you come across, you stumble across in the grasses, like there's like cobblestones that the grasses are growing up out of, and you sort of look ahead of you, and through the gloom you can just barely make out the ancient dilapidated stone ruins of a cluster of buildings standing nearby.
A cluster of what buildings?
Dilapidated buildings.
Okay.
At what time of day are we arriving here?
It's like 3 a.m. or 4 a.m., something like that.
Well, I assume it's late, so I'm just like, well, we should stay in. You, the big guy, go in there and check it out.
I mean,
Have
and we've
my-
had like no sleep at this point, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Kind of tired.
Yeah.
I suggest we sleep until dawn.
Well, we need to make sure that there's not something in there. And I think the big guy should go and look at it. I just put
I
my
agree.
hands on my hips.
Yes.
I'm okay with
And
that.
don't
Go
steal
investigate.
anything either.
Shut up, child.
I just like stare back at him very quickly with like stern eyes. I'm just like, whoa. I just start pointing towards the building.
So, Seymour, you're going to head in and try to look around?
Yes.
So, like, where you are right now is dimly lit because there's starlight and there's a moon shining down. But inside those buildings, it is pitch black. Are you going to light a torch or anything?
I'm gonna light a torch. Yes.
All right, so you pull out a torch, strike your tinderbox, and hold it up high. Yeah, like the windowless, like the paneless windows, like glare at you like hollow eyes as you approach this run down, broken down stone building. You like I guess you sort of like sweeping your torch back and forth in order to try and see better. There's vines and stuff that have grown all up over this building, and they've even sort of pulled down stones that have fallen to the ground all around. Give me a perception test. Okay. Yeah. You approach the first building here. And like you look inside and it's all just like empty, ruined building, right? Like there's not really any remaining remnants of what must have once been in there, except for one thing. There's a marble statue in the back right-hand corner that's facing away from you.
So that's the only thing I see in the entire room is just one statue.
Yeah, like I guess the room's like 30 feet by 20 feet or something like that. There's another doorway that leads deeper into this building. It looks like if you sort of swing the torch over that way, there's a staircase that leads up along one side of a larger hallway, and the hallway leads back deeper into this building.
I think I'll walk over to the statue to investigate.
Yeah.
See what I can see.
Did we send Olamane in there, or not Olamane? Did we just send Seymour in there alone?
I think so, yeah.
Is that a good idea?
How far away are y'all?
Probably 10, 15 feet at max.
So y'all are pretty close to the entrance, but y'all were like, here, Seymour, or Olamane, or Seymour rather, go in there and look around. So you guys can sort of see, like, through the windows and through the door, you can see Seymour looking at this statue. Seymour, like, you go around to the other side of the statue to get a look at its front. It's sort of roughly carved in that its features are not well defined, but it appears naked. Like it doesn't look like there have been clothes carved on it. There's no pedestal, and when you look at its face is almost like smooshed. Like there is no real face carved onto this creature.
All right. Then I think I will go investigate the stairs next.
Yeah. You step like 1 foot towards the door, and you hear a creaking and groaning of stone. And
do we hear this?
Give me a perception test.
Okay.
All of us?
Yeah.
19, 14, 20. Oh,
so
wait.
You got the 19.
Oh, 11, 19, 14. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, it was. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Seymour hears it obviously. Poe, you. Let me think. Yeah, I'd say you hear like the groaning of stone from inside. Let's see.
I guess if I hear that, I'm just like, get out, get away. I'm just like flailing my hands towards it.
That's impressive. So, Seymour, you feel this rock hard slam come crushing into your shoulder, and you take 4 damage from it.
Wow.
Ouch.
And you wheel and you turn, and this marble statue is facing you, and it's kind of moving in sort of a jerky fashion, and it's like recoiling from the blow that it just dealt you. So let me get everybody over on the combat page, and let's do some fighting.
Sweet.
Keep in mind, Dan has total of 13 HP.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just
I was
so
worried
everyone
because I have like
So
8.
Seymour Boom, I'm gonna like subtract 2 from your hit points there. I'm gonna shift click y'all over up into this corner. I'll grab Poe over there. I'll grab Snook. And who else do I need?
Olamane.
Olamane. Where on earth are you? There you are. So let's see. I'm gonna put Dan inside of a 20 by 30 foot building. So let's see, it's probably like that. Yeah, that's what you see. So Dan, you are now here, and this monster is right here. Let's see, I need to do a little bit of setup for him.
And there's stairs like behind him.
No, the stairs are in that hallway. That's
Right here.
yeah.
Gotcha.
Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we can click.
Yeah, if you just click and hold, it'll highlight that. You can see how far you are from stuff. It's
So
using little
let's
symbols on top
see.
left.
And all web-based. This is impressive.
It is. It's very nice. Show nameplate. CC save. I'm setting up Olamain's token so that it's all awesome for future use. Good. Cool. So each of you should now be able to like grab your token and move it around. And each of you should have like hit points. If you click your token, there should be a red bubble that has your hit points in it. If you take damage like Dan just did, and you type -2 in that bubble, it'll automatically calculate the reduction in your hit points. So that's a really quick and easy way of keeping track of that.
Cool.
Okay.
Let's see. And that actually applies on your character sheet as well. Okay, so everybody select your token, and then go to your character sheet and click initiative. Oh crap, hang on. Let me remove all turns first. There.
Oh,
Now roll again.
Fucker. Higher's better in this particular
Yeah.
thing.
Snook, why didn't you go on to the thing?
I think because you cleared it, and then
I
Oh,
see
and
it.
also
I-
your names are wrong. Ha. Let's see.
Yeah.
So, Waffle, you're playing Snook, right?
yeah.
Let's see. Snook. Smalls. Save. Yeah, and then DansGaming, your name is Seymour.
Mm-hmm.
Seymour, boom. There we go, great. Cool, okay, and then I will roll for this statue. Let's see.
oh boy, we go at the same time.
Cool.
Ow. I gotta stop doing that.
All right, Olamain, you get to act first. You guys are actually a little bit closer. You said you were about 10 feet away, so I'm going to put y'all here. So, Olamain, go for it. What would you like to do?
All right. Well, I mean, I would have. I mean, I'm gonna want to shoot an arrow, so I don't know.
I'm drawing some windows on the front of this house, and you can see through them if you have a line of sight through the window.
How far can I travel as a free action?
So the way combat works, actually, I've added a little thing. So I want to give a shout out to Chucky Shippendale, who also runs some D&D shows. He linked me a great combat actions summary. So in your turn, you can move, and you can move a distance up to your speed. All of you have a speed of 30, except for the halfling, whose speed is 25. You can communicate freely. You can take an action, and you have all of these actions over on the right. And if you have a bonus action, you can do that once, and you can take one reaction. So to answer your question more clearly, Olamain, you can move up to 30 feet over the total course of your turn. Each square here is 5 feet, and you can take an action.
So can I get is there glass in these windows?
No, they're empty.
Okay, so shooting through them is not going to be a problem.
Correct.
Um,
At least you don't see anything that would cause it to be a problem.
and how big are these squares?
5 feet, so you can actually measure kind of like that, right?
Yeah.
So if you wanted to get over on the other side of Poe, that's just 20 feet, easy to do.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So go. So I just check.
You can actually grab your token and then use the arrow keys to move one square at a time until you're where you want to be. Great. So roll up your melee or your ranged attack with that longbow.
Attack. All right. Where is that on the sheet?
It's on the right hand side of your
Oh,
core.
just next to the bow. Okay, I see.
Yep.
it.
Look at that. So that's an 11. So your arrow strikes it on the shoulder. It just bounces straight off, hits the ceiling, and then lands right next to Seymour. Seymour, it's your turn.
Not particularly surprised, but it's worth a shot.
I am going to hit it with my warhammer with one hand.
Awesome. Okay. Did you like sling your shield off of your back and you've got it out
Yes,
now?
I have my shield out and my one-handing the warhammer.
Yeah, so you like bring it forwards towards his face and he just holds up two of his arms and blocks your blow. And then he like turns his face towards you and you can see like the marble sort of melt and reform into another amorphous, like there's no face there. It just sort of, you get this very malicious sense from it. Snook, your turn.
Sneak attacks. Can I sneak attack him from behind, or does it have to be like he does
So
not know I'm there?
It's any attack. Well, go ahead, Steven. I don't.
Yeah,
I played too many
any
rogues,
attack.
so I'm very familiar.
It's any attack as long as there is an ally of yours or an enemy of its within 5 feet of it gets sneak
Okay.
attack. As long as that enemy isn't incapacitated and whatnot. So you're
Okay.
fine.
So you basically just
Um,
want to attack him.
Yeah. What's the hold on, let's see here. Like that's 20 feet, so I can move there.
Yep.
All right, so I think I'm gonna move. Oh god, hold on. How do you move your character again? Oh
You
god.
got to select the arrow in
Go to
order
the
to
first
select
one?
your character.
Yeah.
And then you can.
Oh, got it. Okay, I think I'm gonna move there,
Cool.
and then I'm going to sneak attack. I'm gonna draw my short sword, not the magical one. Actually, I could do the magical. Screw it. Let's take the magical one out.
Okay.
Why not?
Are you dual wielding or only one?
I'm just gonna because I guess I wasn't ready really fast. I'm just gonna draw the sword and sneak attack with that.
Cool. So make your attack, and then I think on your character
I don't-
sheet, it's a secondary sneak attack. button.
Okay, but I don't have the weapon, so should I just treat it like a normal short sword?
Yeah, treat it like a normal short sword, and then I'll take care of the extra
Alright,
stuff
So I
mentally.
think I just gotta do that.
Yeah, look at that. 17. Okay, that's pretty good, but oh no, wait. Actually, you can tell that this marble is hard enough that if you were using a different sword, it would not have sunk in. But as it is, your sword scores a bright line across the back of this marble statue, and you sort of hear, all of you in your heads, this sort of moan of pain. You deal, 7 piercing damage.
Then
Not
he's got to roll the additional d6 for sneak
Yeah,
attack.
so go to,
Yeah.
I think it's your class skills. You've got a sneak attack button you can just click. Or actually, it's on the front page. It's on the core page.
Sneak attack, yeah.
Cool.
There we go.
Look at that, an additional 4 damage. So that's, 11 total? Not bad at all. Well done. Excellent. Okay, so this statue just sort of lashes out twice, once at Snook and once at Seymour, flailing its arms around it. So versus Seymour, that's, that's a 10, which is a miss. And versus Snook, that's 10, which is also a miss. So like the both of you are like ducking and dodging. Seymour, maybe it clangs against your chainmail, but nothing happens. Poe, your turn.
Is that where I want to move? No, one more. So I move down here,
Yeah.
and then I'm going to cast Magic Missile on that thing.
Awesome.
That didn't roll like it was supposed to at all. Is that just...
You click all of the buttons to like activate all of the stuff in your spell, and then
Oh.
it will actually do
Does
it.
it remove that every time you...
No,
Get out of
they
RollPlay?
they updated the character sheets, and so it sort of like compressed all that stuff. But I think, yeah, there you go. 0 damage. That doesn't make any sense
That didn't
at
work.
all.
It's just... Here, I'll just roll the d4s. 3d4 plus 1.
Yeah.
Or... We'll just do 3d4, then you add 1 to each one of those.
Yeah, so that's 12 total damage.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Why did that not...
And your attack was a 21, which absolutely nailed it. You don't have an attack roll on
Yeah,
that,
you
so
don't.
whatever.
You don't.
So minus 12.
Oh, they completely redid all my spells. Thanks, roll 20.
Yeah,
That's great.
it's those updates.
Yeah.
All right, Olamane, your turn.
Okay. Clearly my arrows aren't going to work. Would I be able to go?
Now, like for the record here, you didn't get a sense that it was immune to your arrows, just that your arrow wasn't properly placed enough to actually do damage to it.
Sure. Okay. Do I have any sort of sense of like if he's badly injured or just slightly grazed?
It looks like there's been enough damage to him that you can see some harm to him, but beyond that, you don't really know. Like,
Okay.
like especially that last blow from the magic missile streaking through the darkness. It sort of blasted a chunk out of one of his shoulders.
Yeah. Would I be able to? Okay, so 30 feet would get me within melee range, right?
Yes.
Is going through the window a problem?
Nah, you can jump through the window. You're an adventurer.
Okay, so would I be able to run up there and take something out of my backpack?
Yeah, you can grab something as a move action, as a part of a move action.
So I want to, dramatically leap through the window, close the distance, pull out my winter blanket, and throw it over top of his head so that he can't see.
Neat. I like it. Make a. Actually, let's see. He'll make some kind of a saving throw for that. Let's see. He succeeds. So like you try to like wrap it around his head, and he sort of raises his hands. He's sort of fighting with you over it, but it doesn't look like you've managed to really like cover his face or anything like that. Seymour, it's your turn.
Is the creature small enough for me to shove?
Like you probably can. It's not particularly small. It's your size, and it's a marble statue, right? But yeah, you can try.
Yeah, I would like to try to shove it and see if I can knock it over.
Okay, great. Make an athletics or acrobatics check.
I will say after this action, Poe goes, "Just fucking hit the thing." I'm not gonna try
Damn,
to
that
do it
is
before
nice. Yeah, you shove it. You're trying to knock it to the ground.
Yes, knock it
Okay.
over.
Yeah, you knock it flat on its on its feet. It's prone. Okay, Snook, your turn.
I backstab it.
Cool.
Let's go again. So if I draw another sword, since I have one sheath and everything,
Yep.
doing a dual wield, because it seems to have a pretty high AC, it's hard to hit at least. Is it smart to? Does you like? How do you do that? How's it work?
Dual wielding confers you no penalty.
So I can just take 2 attacks.
Yep. You'll use your main hand for one of them, and then the second one you'll use your offhand short sword.
All right.
The difference here is that your offhand short sword doesn't get any bonus to damage from your stats.
Okay, so I'll do the offhand another sword. So the main hand would be the magic sword,
Okay. Cool.
and I'll roll both of those.
So your main hand sword clangs off of its chest, and your offhand sword also just completely whiffs. He's sort of flailing around and messing with this cloak over him, so he just misses your offhand attack entirely.
Okay. That's really all I can do. That sure. And
Okay.
yeah, I'll stay here.
You guys hear from around the corner.
Is it an advantage at all since he's on the ground prone?
Oh yeah, you are at advantage. Sorry. So your second attack does hit. So you
Okay.
deal 1 piercing damage to it with your second attack.
Oh yeah. And does that get sneak attack on it at all? Either?
It does.
Yes, it does. So you can roll
So-
that too.
Thank God, because you rolled a 1 on damage.
5 more.
Nice.
5 more, not bad.
I'll carry this group. Don't worry.
Yeah, that's good.
Thieves
Okay,
usually do
so
at level 1 for
Someone
sure.
needs to.
you guys hear from around the corner the clanking and scraping of a second statue. And it walks over to Snook, and it makes 2 swipes.
Oh God.
Uh-oh.
I have like no health. Here we go.
Ooh.
Oh, that one's.
Nice.
Oh my god, how is that possible? Roll
Dodge and
20.
weave, man.
You are disappointing me. Okay, so it just like whiffs twice over your head. Its face sort of melts into like some sort of downward spiky expression of rage. The one on the ground stands up, and then it lashes out at Seymour twice. Yeah. Nope.
That would have hit me.
Okay, so it finally like its first attack maybe like knocks your shield out of its proper placement, and then it delivers a crushing blow to your gut
Oh.
for 4 damage. So Seymour, you can actually grab your token, and then in that red circle you can just type -4. All right, Poe, your turn.
I will. So they're in the way of this one. Are you still gonna let me get an attack off of that one? Or
Yeah,
no?
you're fine. Like the combat is actually moving around and sort of shifting, so you can find a shot where you can just blast.
And
Sure.
the statue's got to be twice as tall as Waffle anyway.
That's probably true, yeah. So did I enter this right? It's a crit.
Firebolt, crit, dealing 8 damage plus 2 fire damage. Looking good. Okay, so you deal 10 fire damage to this thing. Yeah, fantastic.
Works.
So you scorch a searing blast across the left-hand side of its ribs, and it just like shrieks a psychic scream into the night. And you see the other statues sort of shudder, and the first statue just collapses into crumbles of marble. The marble actually sort of disintegrates into dust as soon as you nail it like that.
Nice.
So, yeah, fantastic. Okay, so Olamane, your turn.
Okay. How far do I have to be to not get penalties with a ranged weapon?
You have to be out of melee. Like you can't have anybody in melee with you. So you'd have to back away.
5 feet back, right?
Yep.
So it's not just one square.
Yeah, it's just one square. Now, note that in order to back away without taking an attack of opportunity, you have to use the action disengage, which means you can't make an attack action. If you just move away and then you make an attack action, you do get an attack of opportunity.
So I'm considered locked in melee with what? No, that statue's dead.
No, you're
right?
not. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it is dead. So you're fine. Actually,
So I'm fine.
you have nothing threatening
Okay.
you.
You can
Well,
shoot over me,
then-
no problem.
Then I want to move to here, and then
Does moving past him like cause an attack of opportunity?
I'm going to assume that you're moving next to the doorway, so you're far enough away from the statue that you don't actually provoke an attack.
yeah, I want to land here just so that Poe can still get a shot past
Cool.
me, but you know, I have enough leeway, I think, to do a semicircle there. So I just want to be able to glance up the stairs to see if there's more stuff coming and take a shot at with
Okay.
my.
Give me a perception test and then make your attack.
Okay.
Okay, you don't see anything up the stairs. Make your attack roll. 24, nice.
Nice.
Yeah,
dude.
you nail it. Your arrow actually sticks straight in the spine, and it sort of wails. And it sort of turns around and looks in your direction with a morphing face. Seymour, your turn.
All right. Want to move
so
up
just
into melee range?
in case you didn't know, Seymour, you have the opportunity to take a second wind, which lets you take a moment. I think it's an action, and then recover 1d10 plus your constitution of hit points. So if
I
you
will
wanted
do
to
that.
heal up in the middle of battle, then you can. Did you
Yes,
say that's what
I
you
would
want
like
to
to
do?
use second wind. Yes.
Let me confirm that it's an action instead of a bonus action. Second wind. No, it's a bonus action, so you can run over, attack the thing, and then take a second wind.
Yeah. So I like to walk over to it, attack it, and then take second wind.
Excellent. So roll your attack. Move yourself where you want to be first.
Okay.
Cool. Oh, that's your attack. Yeah, 21. Fantastic.
Yep.
You nail it just like right across the face. Chips of marble go flying off. So you need to add, you're wielding it one-handed, right?
Yes, one-handed.
Yeah, so that's 9 damage. Very well done. Yeah, it's definitely starting to look wounded now. Okay, Snook, your turn.
I'm gonna just follow suit with them and land 2 blows if I can with
Great.
the both main hand and offhand.
Cool.
First one's a
Yep, huge
Great.
whiff. Oh wait,
do
you
I get to
re-roll
re-roll
that.
You can't
don't
roll.
No, no, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an attack roll. Yeah,
so I
reroll.
get to re-roll that. Let's go 20.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
my God.
24. Damn.
Ooh.
And the offhand was
Yeah, you
Four-
whiff
four,
with
you
the
missed that.
offhand, but with the
Here's
main
the
hand you deal a
here's
decent
the sneak
amount.
attack. So it's
Yeah.
11 damage.
Great.
Oh, Dan, make sure you
Did we
roll your
miss-
HP.
Yeah, Dan, you forgot your second
Oh.
wind.
Yeah.
I don't
There's
do
actually a class action in there, so you can click that to gain back your second wind.
You see where it's at, Dan?
Where? I don't see it.
If you go,
Under the-
you see
the
the heart
tab?
on your character sheet.
Yeah, there should be one under core. You can click the class tab, and then there should be one called second wind.
Yeah, but yeah,
You should see it in the core, I think.
yeah, it's under core. Like down below the hearts, you see their hit dice, death saves, and then like weapons, melee, and range. Immediately to the right of that, you'll see a box that's class actions with
Oh,
dueling.
there
and
it is.
second
I
wind.
see it. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool. So you
Got it.
regain 10 hit points, so you can just set yourself back to your maximum of 13. And you need to finish a short rest before you can use that again.
Okay.
So when I
Okay.
swung with the magical sword, did anything weird happen again?
Like, there's nothing terribly strange, except that you feel like the balance is so fine that you're striking attacks that are much more targeted than you would normally be able to make. That's all you're feeling right now.
Cool.
Cool. So this thing is clearly very wounded. He turns to you, Snook, who just struck out at him with this magical blade. He brings 2 meaty fists down at you. What's your AC? 14. One of them
14.
nails you. The second
God.
one nails you also.
Oh, I might die here.
Okay, so the first attack
Oh,
deals
shit.
7 damage to you, Snook.
I have 1 HP.
You're definitely going down.
The second attack deals 3.
You don't
I'm
flat
at
out
negative.
die in this game, but we'll explain that soon.
Oh,
So
God.
you're at 0. You fall
at negative.
unconscious.
Oh, jeez.
So about that healing pot.
Let's see what I can do for unconsciousness.
That was fun. Ow.
I'll just use this one. Okay, cool. All right, Poe, your turn.
I'm going to go over here, line up, and then invoke the Tides of Chaos and
Ooh.
do Firebolt on this thing. So I'm
That
rolling
gives you
with
advantage, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Wow.
29,
I didn't even
holy
need it.
shit,
Wait, why is
look at
that so
that.
much?
Wow.
That shouldn't be that. It's only a 25. But
Jeez.
still.
With it.
It's only a 25, but still.
Oh, you still haven't fixed that damn thing with your sheet,
No.
have you?
No, it's still doing. It should.
Right.
Yeah. Anyways.
Well, tell us what it looks like when you incinerate this statue to death.
I would assume I just like start walking towards it, and there's just like
Yeah.
firebolts just shooting the like real fast out of my hands,
Cool.
and then I'm like I direct. As soon as I see it like start to die, I'm just like, Mr. Boom, please save the little one. I'm just walking
Nice.
towards it.
Cool. All right. Well, I think we should take a quick 5-minute break. When we come back, we'll figure out what's going to go on with Snook, and then we'll see what else this house has in store for us.
You're fine. You're not gonna die.
We'll see about that.
There's no, it's,
I've already wasted all my 20s, man.
We'll see. It's very rare that you'll die. There's like maybe a 0.5% chance that you'll
I'll
die.
make that, dude.
We'll see.
There's-
Anyways.
There's no way.
Yeah. We'll find out after the break. Regardless, though, thanks everyone for watching. We'll be right back with more roleplay coming up after this. We'll see you then.